Welcome to this 60-minute Yin Yoga class. We will work a lot with the hips, releasing stored tension and maybe blocked emotions, but we will also open the chest. So this is a practice that you can do either in the morning or after work in the evening to just elongate all these areas that tend to actually be really cramped during our working day. We will start in a cross-legged position, closing the eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale through the mouth. Arrive on your mat and maybe just investigate for a second what you're bringing to the mat today. Are there still some thoughts that are swirling around in your head? Maybe you are worrying about something or thinking about what you want to have for dinner or lunch or what you have to do next. Just observe what is there. And then gently put everything to the side and set the intention to be present in your practice right now. And then start noticing your breath, how it is flowing in through the nostrils and flowing out through the nostrils again. Observe if you are breathing more into your belly or into your chest, or maybe your breath is equally distributed. Just observe, don't intervene. There's no need to judge anything. And then connect to your physical state. How's your body feeling right now? Are there some areas that you can feel tension maybe? Maybe you want to set the intention to release this tension during our practice. Is there blood circulating well? Are there some areas you are not able to feel with your closed eyes? Just observe what is happening in your body right now. And then we turn our attention to our emotional state. How are you feeling? Just hold space for what is happening emotionally right now. And know that everything is as it should be. This is going to be a very silent yin. So I will just guide you into the positions, into the poses. And then you will have some silence to just connect with yourself, go inwards. Feel the sensation that the poses create in the body, the subtle shifts in energy maybe, but also to observe what comes up emotionally. In Yin Yoga, there can be some emotions coming back to the surface that maybe have been deep inside us, buried deeply. And this is completely normal and fine. Don't worry about it. But also know that while I'm guiding you through the practice, you are your own most valuable teacher. You are the only one being in your body and having the experience that you're having right now. You're the only one who knows what feels right in your body, what is too much, or where you want to feel more sensation. So know that you're always welcome to adjust your position. You're always welcome to find the intensity that you're looking for today. Either going deeper into the position or taking a step back. Take another deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. The next inhale, we bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra. And then start rubbing your hands a little to create some energy, some heat. And bring the hands close to your face. Blinking the eyes back open. Welcome back. Before we start, and we'll have our really static positions, holding them for 3 to 5 minutes, I would actually invite you to find some soft, easy movement, coming to all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, and we will just do some really soft, easy cat and cows. Inhaling, arching the spine, opening the heart, looking up, and exhale. Be round through the spine for cat pose. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, round. And do a couple more rounds in your own rhythm of your breath. Inhaling to open the heart and exhaling to rounding the spine. And when you feel like you had enough, we will start to come into our first pose. Today it would actually be really handy if you have maybe a cushion, maybe even a bigger one than I do, or your blocks, and even a little belt. Or this is actually the strip of my yoga mat, so you can use this as well. This would be handy to just adapt some positions to our individual needs. Okay, the first position today. We will open and we will turn towards the long side of the mat, and we will open our leg as far as we can. Is a good position. The intention obviously is um to to have like straight legs, but it's completely fine if they are slightly bent like this. From here, inhaling, we will open the chest, and with the next exhale, slowly start to walk forwards. If this is not accessible to you because you are already feeling a lot of sensation in this upright position, this is completely fine. You can use your blocks, or if you have a big cushion, to just make yourself a little comfortable so you can find a position in which you're actually really passive and can relax your muscles, but just leaning forwards and standing like this, relaxing the shoulders. If you want to go a little deeper into the position, you can just start walking the hands forward. You can put your head on a block, for example, as well. Or you can just hang here in the deepness that you want to feel. We'll remain here for a couple of minutes. Find the intensity that is right for you today. And then dedicate yourself to stillness. And just observe how the breath is moving you in this position. How the sensation shifts between inhale and exhale.
You can close your eyes if this helps you to go inwards, or you can keep them soft and open. If you feel that your thoughts are wandering away from the here and now, just gently guide your attention back to the breath, to the sensations in your body. Observing how the energy shifts. You can also observe if both sides of your legs feel different. Just be here now. And we will there. So if you want to adjust your position, going a little deeper or a little less deep into the position, you are welcome to do so now. If you're fine where you are right now, don't worry about it, just stay there. It's totally up to you. And with the next inhale, slowly walk your hands back towards your body, come back up. Slowly, as if you were moving through water, start closing your neck. Turn to the other side on the mat. Straighten your legs. And just sit here for moments, maybe closing the eyes to feel the after effects of this position. Rebound effect. And when you're ready, we will come back to our force, preparing for our next position. So from here, lift the right leg up,
Also make some small little circles one way and the other. And then bring your foot between your hands. You can leave your left knee either there, or you can even walk a little bit back. If you have sensitive knees, this would be a good point in which you can put a pillow underneath your leg. And if this is really uncomfortable also for you, you can use your blocks to bring the floor a little closer to your hands. If not, you can also be like this, putting your elbows on top of your knees. And then if this is available to you, we can bring both hands inside of the right leg, walking it a little out and come into our lizard pose. You can stay upright, or if you want to experiment with going deeper and you want to feel more sensation, you can also come down to your elbows or find a version in between in which you put your elbows on top of your blocks. This is completely up to you. Just find the intensity that you wish to experience for the next 3 minutes. Stay with your breath. Observe how it moves your body, even though you are remaining still. The wave of the body is still moving as always. If you are on your hands and your your wrists are getting a little tired, you can also make your hands into fists and put them down. This is a little less. This like this, you have a little less weight put on your wrist, and you can just stay like this for the next minute. If you want to go deeper, you can do that now. Yeah. Shortly, we will actually leave this pose. So you can come down to your forearms and just breathe. The next inhale, slowly coming up. Walk your foot in between your hands again. You can also move your hip a little if you need a little break. And from here, we will actually bend the back leg and take it with our right hand to the left leg, opening to the side. If this is not available to you, you can also use the strap. I'm going to show it like this, you can see it better. So, if this is not available to do with your hand, you can also just catch your foot with the strap and just open your leg like this. Or if this is available, you can also use the other hand and open towards the right side of the body. Staying here for a couple of breaths. The next exhale slowly. Let go of your foot, avoid the slingshot effect. And then come to all fours. Just moving the hips a little from side to side if you need to. And then sitting down on your heels or into child's pose and feeling the after effects of this intense pose. How are your hips feeling right now? Can you feel some difference between the left and the right side? And breathe deeply. The exhale, letting go of all tension that might have emerged during this position. And with the next inhale, we come back up to all fours and we will do the other side. So inhaling again, left foot left. We'll start some really nice big hip circles and changing direction. And bringing the left foot between our hands. Same thing as on the other side. If you have sensitive knee, I would really recommend putting a little blanket or towel or cushion underneath your hips, underneath your knee. And then bring the left arm inside of your left foot. If this is too much, you can always stay upright or use blocks underneath your hands. Also notice that both sides might be different, so you might need a different variation of the pose on this side. So don't stress if the sides are different. For example, I can feel it more in my left side as well. It's more intense for me, completely normal. And then find the pose you want to stand either upright or coming down to your elbows. Just play a little and then find your version of the pose so that you can remain still. Breathe deeply. Notice if your breath actually is still flowing freely. If you feel a restriction of the breath or like you can't breathe fully, this is a sure sign that maybe the pose is a little too intense and you should take a step back and find a version that is a little less intense, but where you can actually breathe completely. Observe the thoughts that come up. Maybe this pose is difficult for you, and you are asking yourself when it will finally end. And now, if you want to, since we are almost done on this side, you can also come deeper into it for the last bit. Deeply breathing in and out. Notice how the sensation changes. How with the next inhale, slowly come back up. Walk your left foot between your hands. As well, you can move your hip a little just to get rid of any extra tension. Might be there, might be blocking it. And we will come to the quad stretch on the other side. So bend your right leg. Same thing as before. Either open your left arm wide, take your left foot with the left hand. You can see me open like this. Or you can take your strap again. Just find the version that is suitable for you now. Breathe deeply. This is a really intense position. We are not staying here for too long. And with the next exhale, slowly let go of your foot, bring it back down. Left knee comes next to the right. You can put your cushion away, maybe make some little hip circle. And when you're ready, sit back down your heels, knees maybe also wide if you want to. And we will come down to the floor. Breathing, observing how our hips feel right now. You can also take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhaling audibly through the mouth. Just letting go of some heat, tension, and relaxing everything. The next inhale, we come back to all fours, walking the knees back under the hips if they are not already. Inhaling in here, exhale, we will start to walk our hands forward, bringing the forehead towards the ground. If this is too intense with your hips over your knee, you can bring your hips a little back and stretch. Or if you want more, you can walk the hands further away and the hips can even be a little in front. You can bring your forward towards the ground or on the ground. And if you're really open in your shoulders, you can also bring your chin down to the floor. Just find the version that is suitable for you and breathe deeply. Remember your intention to be present in this practice and stay with your bodily sensations. Observe the difference between the inhale and the exhale. Notice how the shoulders are opening a little bit more with every exhale. Letting go of the tension that we have accumulated during our day, a week, month, or even year or lifetime. Yin Yoga is really beneficial for postural conditioning because it gives our body the time and the space to actually come back into a posture that is a little more natural than maybe staying with a rounded upper back and tense shoulders. And then let the next breath in slowly guide you out of pose, coming up to your hand, walking your hands towards your knee, and just sitting back, your hands on your thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes and just feel the energy in your shoulder. And with the next inhale, open your eyes back up. Come back to all fours. And from here, inhale, lift the right leg up. And exhale, bring the right knee between your hands. Opening your foot towards the left side of your mat. If this is available to you, consider that the hips need to be in line and the weight is equally distributed between the right and the left side. So we want to avoid to be sitting on our right buttocks. So if you need to, you can also bring the foot closer to your hip, which will help you to stay in the midline, or you can even put a block or a cushion underneath your right buttock, which will help you to keep your body in line. So just experiment with what will be the right position for you today. And when you have found it, we'll inhale, open the chest. And exhaling, if you want to go deeper, you can also start to come down maybe to your forearms or to some blocks. And if you feel all right here and want to go even deeper, you can also just lay your forehead on your forearms or completely on the floor. Deep breath in, sending some energy to our buttock, opening the hip. Exhaling, letting go of all the tension. Breathing in calm and breathing out the tension and stress. If you notice that your thoughts are actually carrying you away from this present moment, just remember that you're not your thoughts. The thoughts are like clouds in the sky. You are not the clouds, you are the sky, the awareness in which thoughts arise and happen. But you can also just observe them and let them float away after that without over identifying or being carried away by them.
We will come out of this pose soon, so if you want to go a little deeper, this would be the right moment to adjust your position. If not, just stay where you are and breathe deeply. And with the next inhale, slowly walk your hands back towards your knee, come back up, and then point your left foot, bringing the right leg next to the left, and we will just lay down on our belly. You can bring your head to your hands or just putting it on one side of the head, just feeling the effects in your body from this pose. We just stayed in sleeping swan. And with the next inhale, slowly come back up to our fours. But do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, lift the left leg up. And with the next exhale, bring the knee between your hands. If this is accessible to you, you can open the foot, bringing it towards the front of the mat. You can even bring it parallel, but be really careful that you don't feel any strain in your knees. Our knees pay the price for positions that we force, which is not accessible to our hips, because our hips are really stable joint. And so if you force something in your hips, which they're actually not ready for, you will actually strain your knees because they are the ligament which is closest to the hips, but is less stable. So be really careful to not force anything and hurt your knees. So same thing as on the other side. You can either put a cushion or block underneath your left buttocks to be in the midline. Bring the foot closer, or if it is accessible to you, you can bring it a little more away from the midline, still equally distributing your weight. I mean, you can also see that I can stay like this without the hands, right? I'm not here and needing to press myself with the arm. So find the position where you feel your weight distributed equally. And then inhaling, opening the chest. And with the exhale, maybe coming closer to the floor, either on the forearms or some blocks, or even laying completely with the forehead towards the floor. Just find the intensity you're looking for today. And then come back to the breath. Notice how this side maybe is different from the other one. And just stay with sensations in your body. Observe how they change with time or between inhale and exhale. And just choose to be present right now.
If you feel that you're drifting away mentally, just anchor yourself back into your breath. Breath is the bridge that we have between body and mind. It's such a powerful thing. And just know that everything that is happening in you and to you during this practice is completely normal and fine. Everything is as it should be. If you want to go deeper into the position, this would be the right moment to do so. If not, just remain where you are and enjoy the stillness. For the next inhale, slowly press back up, sitting onto your left buttocks, bringing your right foot around, and just lay on your back for a second to feel the after effects of this pose. The next inhale, slowly come back up to a seated position. And we will actually prepare for our last pose for today, which is saddle or heel. Yeah, not saddle, it's hero pose. And to do that, you will actually come onto your knees, opening the knees a little wider, opening the feet to the side. And if this is accessible to you, sit between your feet. So you would have your feet on the outside of the position, right? If this is too much for your feet or for your knees, you can also sit on a block or on a cushion, just lifting your hips up slightly. This should make it more accessible to you. Find your position, your starting position. And from here, we will start to go back. So just start to put your hands behind you. Hands are looking towards your body. And feel how that is for your legs. If this is good and you want to go deeper, you can come down to the forearms. And if you want to go even deeper, you could also completely lie down. I'm going to show you from the other side. So you sit between your legs, either on the floor or on a block or cushion. And then you put your arms behind you, choosing the right intention for the intensity for today. So you can either stay here, come down to your forearms, or even completely lie down to the floor. Or if you want to find the level in between, you could also lie down with your a block between your shoulders on this this height. Unfortunately, I don't have any blocks here right now. Just to choose your position and then find stillness for the next couple of minutes.
Breathe deeply into the sensation. Observe where you can feel this pose, maybe in the tops of your feet, in your quads, or in your lower back, since this is a pose that helps to restore the natural lower back curve of our spine. Check in where you can feel more sensation. Breathe deeply. And just stay with your body. If you want to go deeper, this would be the right moment to do so. If not, just stay where you are for a couple of more breaths. And then with the next inhale, slowly come back up to your forearm. And then to your hand. Coming forward to come out of the pose. From here, we will actually be transitioning to Shavasana. So just maybe if you want to put on a sweater or get your blanket, if you get cold, you can also put a pillow underneath your knees. Just find your position of Shavasana, in which we will have some time to integrate everything that we just did in our practice. Hands are resting next to the body, palms looking upwards. Take a deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth. Feel the calm that you have created in your body during this last hour together. Inhale, relaxation. And exhale, let all of your weight go. Let it rest on the floor. Feel it is here to hold you. So you can let go everything as it has your back.
And then let the next breath be a little deeper and bring you back to your body. Start to bring some soft, easy movement into your fingertips and toes. You can maybe move the head a little from side to side, just massaging the back of your neck, head. You can maybe bring your hands overhead and stretch like you sometimes do when you wake up in the morning. Yeah, just making yourself really long. And then come to your right side, knees towards the chest and embryo position. Take a moment here to come back to this room, to this moment, back to your body. And in your own time, slowly make your way back up into a cross-legged seat, Sukhasana. You can see my head. And when you arrive there, just let your palms rest where they naturally fall. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. And then I invite you to bring your palms to your heart space. Just thanking yourself that you have taken the time to dedicate to yourself, to fill your cup. Closing this practice with some gratitude for ourselves and our beautiful bodies. And then we bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra, closing out this practice, whispering 3 times Shanti. Shanti means peace. And by saying it 3 times, we wish peace to the outside, peace to our inner world, and peace to the things that we cannot control. Feel free to say it with me. Inhale together. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.